What would you say is your ideal client? I mean, if you could just pick one and go, yeah, that's the kind of person that I'd like to work with. Describe that person to me.
Sure. So my ideal client would be a serial entrepreneur,
Mhm.
someone whose ideas are just going all the time, very creative, doesn't give up easily, and doesn't get scared easily because business ownership is very, very scary. It can be very, very scary, but it doesn't have to be. And I'm saying that because I have experienced it on my own when I started my own law practice. So when I speak about these things, they're not abstract thoughts in my head. They're actual things that I have lived through. And I will acknowledge that it is very scary to to own a business. But it doesn't have to be that way. There are ways you can help yourself to not be scared, right? So my ideal client would be someone who's creative, who's not scared, who has ideas, and who is serious about legal protection. Because without having the legal protections in place, you're really not going to go that far with your business.
No, agreed. And I love that you said that and described like your ideal client because one of the things in the estate planning world that I do is encourage my clients to think of estate planning holistically.
Mhm.
There are a number of professionals that need to or should be in your sphere. You're at the center as the one that's trying to create this estate plan, but in that sphere, in that orbit, you've got people like me, who's the estate planning attorney. If you are a creative, then absolutely someone like you who can guide people to protect, in a different way, but protect what they've worked so hard, to build, whether that be through trademarks or copyrights, and financial advisors and tax attorneys and all the rest. But the fact is that we need to get comfortable with surrounding ourselves with professionals. That it's okay, and in fact, it's encouraged. Because you don't know what you don't know, right?
Exactly.
Um, yeah, and if you would, could you kind of break things down? You talked about your kids playing around with the trademark symbols and the copyright symbols, but for the vast majority of people, they really don't understand the differences between trademarks and copyright. So if you could just break that down for us, that would be great.
Sure. I would love to. Thank you for asking that question because I just get too passionate about explaining this stuff and I can talk about it forever. So it's too bad that your show is gonna not go on for the whole day because I can talk about it forever. So when you think of trademark, think of branding is the identity of your business, of your brand. So the way I like to teach trademark matters is just break the word down. It's the mark of your trade. So
Mm,
business name, business logo, business slogan, or a product name, a product slogan if you have one, a product logo, they can all be different. So what do I mean about product versus business name? So think of Starbucks, for example. That's their business name. They have that beautiful logo of a mermaid, right? I don't think they have a slogan because I would have known I'm there all day long. But now let's talk about their brand. So I've just discussed the business name and the logo. I don't believe they have a slogan, so we won't get into that. The word Frappuccino. How many of you are enjoying Frappuccinos over the summer? It's the blended ice drink. You will not see the word Frappuccino in any other cafes or anywhere they serve coffee because it's a registered trademark and it's a brand of their product. So not only can you protect the business name and the logo and the slogan, you can also protect the brands that you're selling, the products that you're selling, or the services, for example, like a podcast, for example. If you have a podcast name, logo, slogan, those are all protectable with trademarks. So when you think of trademark, think of branding, think of the brand identity, and how you relate to it. And that's what gets protected under trademark law. Was that okay?
yeah, no, that was fine. That's a lot, and I'm sure people are going to go back and play this over and over. And I hope you do. Please do save this in your YouTube, library or whatever. Now,